suno mat bolo. Wherever, whatever you are, be 100% Karnataka. किसी को आओ मत कहो, किसी को जाओ मत कहो, ना कुछ पाना ना कुछ खोना. Who asked you? Even zero complete level. Pause me now, be happy. Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave. I am a manufacturer of stories. Stories just innumerable number, and all of them are bluffs. But from the bluffs you can know the truth, that it is a bluff. So one story. A student was always punished by a teacher for whatever personal grudge. And the teacher was teaching Sanskrit. So the moment the teacher will come, first of all, you stand up. You tell, what is the fifth case of Akaranta Pullingi noun? Now the student, you are like that. Go stand near the wall. Face the wall. Raise your hands and remain crucified till the class is over. As a result, the student developed a tremendous disliking for the teacher. Because he did not like the teacher, he did not like the subject also. And he committed to himself, in my whole life, I will never study Sanskrit. Because I don't like the teacher. See? It makes no difference to the teacher. But the student is at a loss. See? Similarly, we go to the temple. Nandi Maharaj is sitting outside and Bhole Baba is inside. Both of them are Parthiv Vigraha, made out of stone. Now, there is a saying that if you go and talk in the ear of Nandi, it is heard by him. It's a Bluetooth connection. So, now this is not known to the Nandi. It is a stone. But it is known to the man who speaks. So what is important is, it doesn't matter who is teaching us. See? Why I am telling you this? Namo Namah Shri Guru Paduka Abhyam. See? Guru Paduka, they are wooden pieces. What do you understand? But whenever we have respect and reverence for anything or anybody, that anything or anybody is not benefited. The one who is living in that atmosphere of respect and reverence, he or she is benefited. See, friends. Therefore, like if you take Kaivalya Upanishad, Adhihi Bhagavan Brahma Vidyam Varishtam Sada Sadvihi Sevyamanami Gudham Yaya Chirat Sarva Papam Yapoya Parat Param Purusham Yati Divyam. So the student, Ashwalayana, he approaches Brahmaji, Parameshtinam, and say, hey Bhagavan. Meaning, by telling the Guru as Bhagavan, Guru doesn't get influenced by anything. whether you abuse him or praise him. But the person who is doing, he is influence. And therefore, it is said in our Vedanta Shastra, Shravan, Manan and Nididhyasan. Not studying, writing, no. Tadvijnanartham gurume vavigachet samit panihi shrotriyam brahmanishtam. To know the truth, we have to go to the teacher, and the teacher is given shrotriya brahmanishta. He is well versed in the scriptures and abiding in the truth. We cannot go and evaluate the teacher. Let me see whether he is abiding in the truth or not. Beard is not long enough, I don't think. See, it is our faith that can move the mountains. But our faith is on the rolling those shoes. Push and you go back. See, friends, therefore, when we study the scriptures, we have to study it under the guidance of the teacher. Now, we cannot evaluate the teacher. What can benefit us? We only have this full acceptance that what is being taught is the right. There are many professional satsangi. They keep on evaluating. That Mahatma was talking, but his English was not good. And such seekers, they are detrimental to their own spiritual progress. Therefore, when we study the scriptures, we must have a proper atmosphere in our mind. In some Marwadi house I went and said, Swamiji, today is Ekadashi. Do you follow? I said, yes. But I was told that you don't follow Ekadashi. I said, that depends. If it is a Marwadi and Gujarati house, I follow. Because Marwadis and Gujarati believe only in eating. Varieties of foods are available. So it doesn't matter. But why don't you follow Ekadashi? Because I follow Panchadashi. Ekadashi only 11, Panchadashi 15, superior. Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma Yo Veda Nihitam Guhayam Parame Vyomanna So Shnute Sarvan Kaman Saha Brahmana Vipaschiteti. It is said in Taittiriya Upanishad, the reality, the truth is Satyam Jnanam Anantam Satchid Ananda. So these three aspects, Sat is existence, Chit is knowledge, and the merging of the two, Sat and Chit, they merge. Their experience is called as Ananda. Yo Veda Nihitam Guhayam. He who comes to realize this in the house of Guhaji. In Bengali, they have got the title Guha. Guha means Panchakosh. So he who comes to realize this Satchidananda is our essential nature, what happens? What are the symptoms of realization? So Shnute Sarvan Kaman Saha. All his desires stand fulfilled simultaneously. Our desires are fulfilled in a sequence. I should get good marks, you get it. I should get right admission, you get it. I should complete properly, you complete it. I should get married, you get it. I should be happy, you get it. See, our desires are fulfilled in a sequence. When it is said, Sarvan Kaman Sa Apnoti, when all the desires stand fulfilled simultaneously, means thereafter nothing to do, nowhere to go. Na kuch pana, na kuch kona. See? Therefore, the first 5 chapters of Panchadashi, they deal with the Viveka, discrimination, with reference to Sat, Asti. Then the second 5 chapters, they talk about the Chit, Sat and the Chit. When the Sat is recognized as Chit and the Chit is recognized as Sat, meaning when the known-knower division disappears, that experience is called as Ananda. And this Ananda Mimamsa is done in the last 5 chapters. This is how the 15 chapters of Panchadashi are grouped. The first 5 chapters, Sat, Viveka. Second 5 chapter, Chit, Mimamsa, Chit, light of consciousness. And the last is Ananda Mimamsa. So here, as per my boss's order, we will be studying the 7th chapter of Panchadashi. And I know you are all well read. It's not a joke. It's a tragedy. Narayan. See. So, what is done up to first 5 chapters? What is the Sadvastu is indicated. 6th chapter inaugurated the topic of Chit. And 6th chapter says, the example is given on a cloth, then the starch is applied, so the cloth becomes tight. On that, sketch is drawn, trees, animals, human beings, rivers, mountains. And then accordingly, the last is they are painted. So the painting and colorful picture becomes so conspicuous that we do not even imagine the presence of a cloth behind that picture. In the same manner, this world picture of names and forms becomes so conspicuous, so important, that the substratum supporting them is hidden. So what is to be done? Stop doing everything, the truth is revealed. Thereafter, if one comes to discover this, what will happen? This is the topic of the 7th chapter. And it is called a Truptideep. Trupti is contentment. Contentment is nothing to do, nowhere to go. Contentment is जो थारी रहे सो भारी रहे. Contentment. ना कुछ पाना ना कुछ खोना. Living at zero complaint level. So, how do we study the scriptures? We read Bhagavad Gita, Upanishad. Mainly chanting is the only thing. And I always have great fun. My life is only celebration, no calibration. So when these children are taught, chant Bhagavad Gita, you should know by heart. And then they keep on chanting, Katham Vishmamaham Sankhe Dronam Cha Madhusudana. Arjuna was crying. Can you imagine somebody cries like this? Katham Vishmamaham Sankhe. Hare Dambo. It is not music. Isn't it great fun? Even if you want, you cannot become miserable. See. So, we read the scriptures, but how to study the Upanishadic mantra? This we must know. So, every word reference to context. What is the purport of a particular word in that particular reference? Many times people ask us question. So, my only reply is, try to understand a particular word with reference to context. See, Like if you take Bhagavad Gita again, Uddhared Atmanatmanam Natmanam Avasadayet Atmaiva Atmano Bandhu Atmaiva Ripur Atmana. 8 Atmas have come there. Which Atma means which Atma? See? Therefore, we should never try to study scriptures by our own depth of ignorance. So, how do we study the scriptures? So, as an example, one mantra is taken from the Brihadaranyaka Upanishad. It is said, the first mantra of this chapter, if you want, you can repeat after me only this mantra, rest I will say. Atmanam chet vijaniyat ayam asmiti purushaha kimichan kasya kamaya shariram manusajvared. Atmanam chet vijaniyat ayam purushaha. This person, if he comes to know, who is he? Atmanam chet vijaniyat. Ayam chet vijaniyat ayam asmiti purusha. What is exactly the meaning of I? Then, kimichan, if he really recognizes his essential nature, will he ever desire anything? Kimichan is an objection raised. Kimichan. And for whom? Kasya kamaya. When there is no desire, there is no desirer. Kasya kamaya. And then sharira manushajvaret. Why will he be mad after the body? So this is the statement. Now, while studying this, we have to take into account every word. The meaning of that word is reference to context. Now here the first word is taken as Purusha. Now this Purusha it can be deciphered in 2 ways. One is Purnatvat Purusha, the one that is infinite, Purnatvat Purusha. The second is Puri Shayanat Purusha. Puri means the body. Navadvare Pure Dehi Naiva Kurvanna Karaya. So, the one who is infinite, Purnatvad, although expressing through the finite body, is the Purusha. See, now the question is, what do we understand by this? Can we talk about the expression of the infinite Purusha through the finite body as what? Now this is the topic taken. Therefore, here, now this common example which I give, which becomes very homely for you. Husband is man expressing through the limitations of the wife. Okay. So, when the husband comes to know, when the Purusha and the husband comes to know that he is essentially a man, will he ever desire anything from his wife that she should listen to him? See? Will he ever struggle to improve his wife? Will he ever become miserable and frustrated because of his wife? No. Because he knows, by nature I am man, by mistake I am husband. So for your mistake you have to pay. See the difference? So the husband is the Jiva and the man is the Brahman. Now who is suffering? The husband. Who is doing the sadhana? The husband is the sadhana. And what is his sadhana? To improve the wife, he will be a samsari. And if his sadhana is, take her lightly although she is heavy. See? He has learned everything in Vedanta. Lecture over. See, friends, technical things I have given in the books that I am not telling you, because You will become more confused and you will say, thank God we did not study this. Therefore, I have to give you simple examples which will really mean something. The studies are of two types. When we teach the students, the prospective gurus, so to them we have to give all the details, every small little, word by word. But you are already realized, you can't be taught. Therefore, we are now in a stage of application. How do we apply this knowledge? So first principle is taken that this jiva is essentially what? When he comes to know. So this word Purusha is analyze. Now, how this Purusha is to be analyzed? In the second verse, the teacher says, Asyaha Shrute Abhipraya Samyagatra Vicharyate Jivan Mukta Seya Trupti Sate Na Vishadayate. Asyaha Shrutehe Abhipraya. So this is the Shruti Vakya. Atmanam Chet Vijaniyat Ayam Asmiti Purushaha Kimichan Kasya Kamaya Shariram Anushajvaret Asya Shrutehe. What is the purport of this Shruti Abhipraya? Samyak atra vicharyate. In this chapter, in this discussion, we are trying to vicharyate, contemplate, understand and arrive at the right understanding of the word Purusha. Who is miserable? Is the man miserable or is the husband miserable? Husband miserable. Then he should do the sadhana. What? He should not take wife seriously. Okay. Then who will be liberated? Man will be liberated or husband will be liberated? No. Both will not be liberated. Because husband doesn't exist. Show the man, husband separately. So who was miserable? The one who never existed is miserable. Hath teri ki to. See, friends. Therefore, our Mahamantra is na kuch pana, na kuch kona. If you are coming here with a hope, I will get something, you have come to a wrong place. And if you have this, I may lose, you will not lose anything, nothing belongs to us. Then what you have come for? You have done a mistake. Now suffer. See, Maharaj. So, asya shrutehe abhiprayaha samyak atra vicharyate. Samyak perfectly, detailed, clearly. Jivan mukta seya trupti satena vishadayate. Then we will understand what is the meaning of contentment of a wise man. How come a wise man is so content? No problem. And for us, everything is a problem. See, in Bhagavad Mahapuran, the story comes about Avadhuta, who was none other than Bhagwan Dattatreya. So the king asked him a question. How come you have nothing, no kingdom, no wife, no children, no wealth, no nothing? How come you are so happy? He said, therefore I am happy. See, therefore, here, Jivan Mukti, it is not posthumous. Here and now. Be attentive, the truth is revealed now and here. It cannot be later. This mantra, if you really go into the depth of it, wherever you are, whenever you are, whatever you are, be 100%. Now tell me, is there any choice? Can we be in Mumbai? We cannot be. Can we be in 1948? We cannot be. Now in satsanga, can we be the husband or wife? Cannot be. Rather, should not be. Now for this, is there any effort to remain here, to remain now, to remain whatever you are? No effort. This is what Patanjali Maharshi said, Prayatna Shaitilya. See friends, effortlessness is the highest spiritual attainment. Spontaneity is the expression of truth. See friends, Uttama Sahajavastha. Sahaja means effortless. Now those who are hard of hearing, they have to put efforts. And whenever you put effort, you get tired. When you get tired, why waste time? Sleep. Therefore in satsang they sleep. And after the satsang is over, they are the first ones. Swamiji, you are awesome. Why? You put me to sleep. Because they have put effort, they are tired. So, Uttama Sahajavastha, Madhyama Dhyana Dharana, suffer silently, collectively, in darkness. And Murti Puja Adhama, Adhama Murti Puja cha. And Tirtha Yatra Adhama Adhama. What for you running here and there, yaar? Relax. See? It is what is said here. Jivan Mukti is what? This state. Na kuch pana, na kuch kona. See? One girl asked me this question, wanted to write some article in the newspaper before my lecture start. So, Swamiji, these are the questions I will ask you. I will ask you. Is the present tense? No, you can prepare. I said, I don't read the same papers twice. Are you ready? I said, are you ready? Yes. After whatever question she asked, she got sufficiently frustrated. He said, at least one last question, you tell me sincerely. Yes. How do you like to leave your footprints in this world when you leave this world? I said, very good. First of all, you are going to die before I die. Therefore, there won't be any chance for you to see my footprints. She was shaken totally, my God. Then I told her, my dear, those who walk in mud, they leave the footprints. Birds don't leave footprints in the space. I don't want to leave any memory behind. Select, shift, delete. No need. See, friends, how important it is. But we get lost in that. Therefore, Jivan Muktasya Trupti. What is the Trupti of this Jivan Mukti? Tena Vishadayate. You will be distinctly, clearly able to recognize when you are able to understand the correct meaning of the Shruti Vakya. Atmanam chet vijaniyad ayam asmiti purusha. So, asya shrutehe abhipraya samyagatra vicharyate jivan mukta seya trupti. In Bhagavad Gita, 15th chapter, in the 15th verse, Bhagavan says the same thing. Vedaischa sarvai ahameva vedyaha vedantakrit veda videvacha. This I has to be correctly, perfectly recognized. And as a result, etad buddhva buddhiman syat kritakritascha bharata. Having recognized this as your essential nature, you shall attain fulfillment in life. Fulfillment in life is Jivan Mukti. No loose ends left. So, what we call in English as the moral of the story, in scriptures it is called as Tatparya Nirnay. Tatparya Nirnay means why something is said, we must understand the import of it. See? And the truth is always revealed by this kind of some aspects, because the truth is beyond the speech and the mind, yet it is to be told. Therefore, Kathopanishad says, Ascharyo vakta kushalosya labdha, ascharyo jnata kushala. It is a wonder of wonder that the teacher talks about the reality which is beyond the scope of the words. And much more wonder is the disciple who knows the truth which is beyond the limitations of knowledge and ignorance. Therefore, how do we come to the correct import? This is called technically as Shad Vidhalinga Nirnay. 6 aspects are to be included in that. First is the beginning and end must conclude together. Otherwise, how it happens? We go to a cigarette shop and ask, hey, give me 1 cigarette packet. Don't give me Chinese. Give me Indian cigarette packet. Okay, he gives it. Let me check it. It is written. Cigarette smoking is injurious for health. Yes, it is the right Indian packet. Give 6 packets. You read that cigarette smoking is injurious to health, and you again ask for. So what is the use of reading that? See? So if you read it and then you stop smoking, then beginning and end is concluding correctly. So, upakrama and upasamhara ekatva. It should be concluded same way. The second thing is abhyas. Abhyasena tu kaunteya vairagyena cha griyate. Abhyasa vairagya abhyam tannirodha. We have to practice. And spiritual practice is not a part-time profession. It is a full-time preoccupation. Otherwise, I want to reduce my weight, therefore I have decided to eat only grass. Okay, salad khao. But I don't feel like I have eaten food. Then I go and get only half a kilo of ice cream. All the things in the stomach, they will start crying. And then we complain, why I am putting on weight. In the same manner, here, abhyasa is a 24/7. Spiritual practice is not part-time profession, it is a full-time preoccupation. Abhyas. What is the abhyas? Kurute ganga sagar gamanam vrata paripalana thavadanam jnana vihina sarvamatena bhajati nimuktim janmashatena. Whether you go to temple or not, whether you take bath or not, thank you very much. Whether you observe Ekadashi, Dwadashi or not, doesn't matter. Satsanga is no compromise. In a day, at least 2 hours. Morning, whatever you listen, the same thing you repeat in the evening. Depending upon the state of our mind, from the same topic, you get different messages. This is the way. All other things are secondary. See? It is something like this. Nice table is laid and beautiful crockery and fragrance everywhere, candlelight dinner, golden stands and nice candles, from their fragrance coming, and nice people around. Now let us start. And what is for the food? Boiled potatoes. All other things are required, but more important is what is the food. In the same manner, all other things are okay, required. But what is the food? Satsanga is the food. Satsangatve nissangatvam, nissangatve nirmohatvam, nirmohatve nischalatatvam, nischalatatve jivan mukti. Bhaja govindam, bhaja govindam. See friends, abhyasa. Then apurvata. Apurvata is uniqueness. What is the uniqueness? Atindriya Vishaye Veda Pramanam. Those topics which do not fall in the purview of sense organs and the mind. Which are those topics? Last life, next life. Hell, heaven. See, God, they do not fall in the purview of our known means of knowledge. And for them, authority is Veda, and by scriptures don't become secular. By scriptures we mean Upanishad. By scriptures we mean Bhagavad Gita. By scriptures we mean Puranas. By scriptures we mean the Mahabharata and Ramayana. By scriptures we mean the words of wisdom left for us by the great masters. That is the meaning of the scriptures. We should not become secular when it comes to study of Vedanta. Therefore, second is uniqueness, apurvata. Then fourth comes phala. Suppose I study this, what will I get? You get nothing. Are you ready? What do we get when we go to sleep? Others get what? Sound? Krrr, krrr. We don't get anything. On the contrary, we distribute. See? So this is the phala. We should be very clear. Many people have got this notion. Swamiji, itna Bhagwan ka kya mila? Kisko? Who asked you? See? This is so important. Bhagwan doesn't need, we should take his name. He doesn't need. He doesn't need the Naivedya. See? It is for us. Remember, all the spiritual practice is aimed at working on our mind. See? Therefore, phala is, we are working on the mind. Don't expect anything in return. Then, arthavad. Arthavad is, like an example, when first time Bhagwan Rama meets Hanumanji in a disguise, Hanumanji comes like a Brahmana Putra, and Bhagwan recognizes him, then he feels very bad, and then he again takes his original form, and then Bhagwan Ram embraces him. That time he says, "You are dear to me more than Bharat." Does it mean he was condemning Bharat? See, this is called arthavad. When I tell, I love you more than my life, that means how much importance I give you. This is the meaning arthavad. Therefore, it is said, leaving 100 things aside, you should take bath. Leaving 1,000 things aside, you should take food. Leaving everything, you should work on your spiritual path. This is arthavad. So, arthavad, and the last one comes upapatti. Upapatti is in comparison. What we get in this world and what do we attain on the spiritual path. Then we come to know that all that we have achieved in this relative world of somebody and what the great masters have achieved in this infinite world is unparalleled. And thereby our commitment to the spiritual path becomes very deep. Now from here, now the topic begins. Maya bhasena jivesho karoti iti shrutatvatah kalpitau eva jivesho tabhyam sarva prakalpitam. If we want to know the fire, we cannot know the fire without reference to the burning power. See? So, what is the position of the burning power? Dahika Shakti. Bhinna api, abhinna api, ubhayatmikano. The burning power of the fire is separate from the fire, and yet it is not separate from the fire, and yet it is both. See? Can the burning power exist independent of fire? No. Therefore, it is not separate. Can the fire need to express the burning power? Not necessary. So, when manifest, it is separate. When unmanifest, it is one. If this is clear, exactly the same way. Paramatma, Brahman, and his infinite potentiality. In English, Shakti in Shakta. Then Maya in Vedanta. So, Paramatma and his Shakti, Shiva Shakti, and Radha Krishna, Ram Sita. So, Maya is that of the Brahman. So, Maya abhasena jiva ishu karauti iti shrutatvatah. This is what is said in our scriptures, in our Upanishad, that this potentiality of the reality, the Brahman, creates an illusion of two things. One is Jiva, another Isha. If you want to really deeply go in your spiritual practice, delete the topic of cause and effect from your head. Karya Karana Mithya. So, the reality, the Brahman, with the total potentiality is called as Ishvara. And the same Brahman with the finite potentiality is called as the Jiva. See? Now to understand this infinite potentiality and finite potentiality. Our eyes have got a finite potentiality to see the light waves in the spectrum of Vibgyor. It cannot go beyond that. So this is the finite expression of the finite potentiality called as the eyes or the vision. But the mind has got infinite potentiality. Mind can not only see through the eyes, but can also hear through the ears, can also smell through the nose. So in comparison to the vision and the mind, so mind is the Ishvara and the eyes are the Jiva. See, potentiality is the same. In the same manner, creator become the Ishvara, created become the Jiva. So Maya abhasena. So when this Maya, the infinite potentiality, invokes herself, now be attentive, in the reality, in the absolute, absolute is always the one. There cannot be two absolutes. Infinite is only one. In that infinite reality, the infinite potentiality, when it is invoked, be attentive. There is nothing other than the infinite reality. On whom will it act? See? Can the burning power of the fire burn the fire? No. The fire doesn't get blisters. We get. If this is clear, exactly the same way. Now take an example. Water has its own potentiality. Now in the water, other than water, there is nothing. So where will that potentiality work on? It will work on the water itself. And then the water is called as ocean. So ocean has become Ishvara. Now the same potentiality of the water expresses as the waves. That is also on the water itself. So the same water, because of its own potentiality, total potentiality, water is called as ocean, and the finite potentiality, the same water is called as a wave. And therefore, the ocean can become a wave, the wave can never become an ocean. When the wave dissolves in the ocean, it doesn't become ocean, but it goes back to the water. In the same manner, Jiva doesn't become Ishvara. He goes back to the Brahman. That is the meaning of the Tattvamasi Mahavakya. See, friends. So this potentiality of the Paramatma, Maya, abhasena. Now abhasena means what? Reflection. Now this word reflection should be understood in a proper way. Light is reflected as, rather electricity is reflected as light in the bulb. Electricity is reflected as a magnetic field in the fan. See? Then our face is reflected in the mirror as reflection. See? The conduct of the person reflects the good behavior he was taught in the childhood. See? The reflection means expression. So here, Maya Abhasena, so the reflection of the Maya in the Paramatma is called as the Abhasa. So the one Paramatma, and in that total Maya is called as Ishvara, and the same Paramatma with the fractions and the finite Maya is called as the Jiva. So Abhasena, Paramatma with Maya is Ishvara. Paramatma plus the finite Maya is the Jiva. So Jiva Eshu Karoti Shrutatvataha Kalpitavu Jiveshu. Therefore, they are not real. Kalpita, they are imagined. What is ocean? When you take the water from the ocean, will you say, I have taken ocean, I have taken water? Therefore, ocean and waves, these are the names imposed on the water because of some kind of upadhi. And therefore, the world is called as Asti Bhati Priya Nam Rupa iti Panchamshakam Adyatrayam Brahma Rupam Jagat Rupam Tatodvayam. Be very attentive. World is forms and names. Forms are outside. See? This is a mic. It has a form. But the mic doesn't know its name is mic. I know. So if the world is both name and form, what does it mean? World is not outside. World is equally inside also. See? Slowly the understanding becomes deeper and deeper. Normally for us, what is the world? World is, no. It is equally inside. That which is not included in our mind doesn't exist for us. See? Therefore, Maya Abhasene Jiveshu Karoti iti Shrutatvatah Kalpito eva Jiveshu Tabhyam Sarva Prakalpitam. And therefore, Ishvara created this world and we created our world. In the 4th chapter of Panchadashi, there is a topic, Isha Srishti and Jiva Srishti. God created a woman. We created out of that woman daughter, wife, and daughter-in-law. Now who is miserable? The mother is miserable, the wife is miserable, the daughter-in-law is miserable. Lady is not miserable. See? So, in God's creation, there is no problem. In our creation, there is nothing but problem. Therefore, kalpitau, all that we say, go through is only kalpana, imagination. And this kalpana, imagination becomes so firm that we start behaving after some time. Really, it is true. See? Like, the children, all the parents, they have such a funny approach. They keep on telling about their child. My daughter is so sweet, she's so beautiful, she's so intelligent, she sings so well. Now slowly that dumb girl starts thinking, I'm really like that. See? And when she goes in the world and then she is told the truth, then she gets the first shock of her life. Because her image, which was developed on account of the data provided by the parents, that data doesn't match with the public. And the two images have a parallax and they become paralyzed. See, friends, therefore, kalpitau, this is all imagination. Somebody is good, somebody is bad, somebody is nice, and nothing like that. See, don't get involved too much. Therefore, never label anything in this world as good or bad. Meaning what? किसी को आओ मत कहो, किसी को जाओ मत कहो. Don't create friends and enemies and bind yourself in this world. माया भासेन जीवेशो करोति श्रुतत्वतः कल्पितौ एव जीवेशो ताभ्याम सर्व प्रकल्पितम. You all have heard probably the Yoga Vasishta. There we have seen Brahmaji is Hiranyagarbha. And Hiranyagarbha's dream, we are all there. In our dream also there are same five great elements, everything is there. When our sleep is over, have we ever thought about all those people who were in my dream, where they have gone? Exactly. When Brahmaji wakes up, we all disappear. Kahan gaye? Swarg, Narak. See? What we call a Mahapralaya is the mini Pralaya. You take this view of life, you can never be miserable. See? Brahmaji, utna mat. Life will be a great fun. But this non-existing entity, we have given a status of reality and therefore we suffer. Therefore it is a kalpitau. So we can understand this way. When we think I as a person is very right, I love everybody, I don't hurt anybody, I have taken care of my parents, I have taken care of my children, you are a solid jiva, suffer. Then the second stage comes, that I don't think this alone can be life. There must be something more in life. Then a second personality is born. And the third is, kya farak padta hai? Come back to yourself. These are the three stages through which we are going in our life. Now, what is the creation of the Ishvara and what is the creation of the Jiva? Ikshanadi praveshanta srishti ishena kalpita jagradadi vimokshanta samsaro jiva kalpita. In Upanishad it comes, in Aitara Upanishad also comes, in all Upanishad. The topic of creation in our Upanishad is not meant for discussing or proving creation. See, a simple rule in study of scriptures. There are few topics. One is creation, second is Jiva, third is Ishvara, fourth is Karma, fifth is hell and heaven, sixth is realization. All these topics are meant only to know who we are. See? Bhagavan starts, Urdhva Moola Madashakam Ashwatam Prahuravayam. And in the third verse he says, Narupamasseha tathopalabhyate na dona chadi niratam pradishta. Don't try to see such a world. It is never there, it will never be there. Then what is to be done? Asanga shastrena dridena chitva. Don't get involved in this world beyond limits. That's it. And the best part is, do you know? Attachment is an illusion. The day you will digest this statement, attachment is an illusion. See? You will never remain serious in life. I love you, without you I cannot live, don't live and go. And the other, really? No, I was just kidding. God. That is the American way of cutting jokes. Americans are so dumb. See? They will say something, no, I was kidding. You are a kid. You are not kidding. Joke is never explained, isn't it? But Americans explain the joke. See? Last night I was coming by the day for yesterday by this, which airline? Kuwait Airlines. Which is the airline? Kenya Airline. So after some time, they started showing some just for laugh, small episodes, and all dumb and borrowed from America. See, one lady was going, and one person comes as if eating the um, banana and leave the skin there, and the lady steps on the, she falls. Hey, अरे बेवकूफ! Is it a joke? They are so physical, IQ minus. See? So, these are all imaginary. Ikshanado praveshanta srishti ishena kalpi. Don't get too involved in this world. Attachment is not real. Then, what is the srishti, the creation of the jiva? Jagradadi vimokshantaha samsaro jiva kalpita. When we talk about ourselves, you must have read the biographies of many people, autobiography of a Dumbo. See, I was born here, I was growing vertically, then horizontally. We don't involve our life as a dreamer. The day you will digest this statement, as for every dream, there is a separate dreamer. For every waking experience, there is a separate waker. Don't be a Bengali. Why? Baker. Therefore, either write the autobiography of a dreamer or don't write the autobiography of a waker. On what ground can we say that yesterday's waker and today's waker is the same? It cannot be. So, we think our life means only Jagrata Avastha. So, Jagrat starting Adi and Vimokshanta and up to liberation. I want liberation. Kitna chahiye? 1 kilo? Liberation. This is the samsara for the jiva. All funny things. One lady asked me in Delhi, Swamiji, please don't quote my example, but I had to ask you something. I said, okay, ask. Will you please tell how far I am realized? You know very well. I said, stand quiet. Then, gutni tak. Only up to knees. You have to grow further. See, friends, in the absolute, there are no fractions. Truth cannot be quantified. 100% realization. नहीं 68% हो गया अभी बचा है. No. See? Therefore, our Mahamantra, ना कुछ पाना, ना कुछ खोना, relax. One lady called me from US. So many after I said, Amma, are you through? Yes. And now, will you listen to me? Yes. Relax and put down the phone. See? So, Jagradadi Mokshantaha. I want liberation, I want liberation. Kya karoge? When will I have God's darshan, Swamiji? I said, imagine I am God. Take my darshan. What next? Chai kahan milti? Arre daridri. Liberation means freedom from desires. See? We only say, Jehi bidhi rakhe ran, tehi bidhi rakhiye. And keep on demanding. This is the samsara of the jiva. And this samsara has no end. We keep on asking this thing, that thing, and it will never happen. Now, why the jiva suffer? This is the most important, because we have not understood what is the meaning of the jiva. Now, take our popular example. The same man is son, husband, and father. Has he become three? He is only one. And who are miserable? The son is miserable because of the Hitler father. The husband is miserable because of the Kali Karali cha Bhayanakacha. See, And the husband is miserable because of the monster son. Man is happy. That is why many of you have come here. See? At least here you are told, thank God, at least now at least I am a man. Again, after you go to your room, toothpaste kahan hai? Therefore, friends, jiva, when we take, analyze it properly. This is the basic difference in Vedanta and other parts. You take yoga based on the Sankhya. According to the Sankhya and Yoga, there is one jiva per body. This is 100% wrong. In the same manner, in the Karma Kanda, there also, there is one jiva per body. Is wrong. Jiva is not a vyakti. It is not individuality. It is abhivyakti. It is manifestation. So many bulbs. Yes, there are many. But light is one. So many bodies. But life is one. So instead of taking life as the expression of the truth, we are taking somebody as the expression of truth. And how that life has become body? Because of limitation imposed on because of the 5 panchakoshas. And therefore, only this much I am, that I am not. Samsara begins. See, friends. Therefore, what is the error? Brahma adhisthana bhutatma kutastha asanga chid vapuhu anyonya dhyasatu asanga dista jiva atra purushaha. So what was the word we have seen? Atmanam ched vijaniyad ayam asmiti purushaha. So what should be the correct meaning of the word purusha? This very basic thing, friends. An illusion cannot exist without the substratum. Vedanta is not complete unless you bring snake and the rope. The snake is for the disciples and the rope is for the guru to hang himself. Itna padaya, सीखता ही नहीं कोई मारो. A Vedanta guru can never be miserable. He will make others miserable. He will not be miserable. Who spoke? मुझे लगा कहीं से आएगा आवाज. ब्रह्मन बोल दिया. See, therefore, jiva is like the husband. Man plus the limitation of the wife and expression of the unlimited man through the limitation. Therefore, limited expression of the man through the wife. These 3 factors put together is wife, is husband. Now, out of these 3, is the husband real, the wife real, or the man real? If the wife dies, what happens to husband? He will get married again. Isn't it? Nothing happens to him. Be attentive. The husband will not get married because he is dead. When his wife has gone, he is no more there. But a man is there. Man will get married. And again he will become husband. Again she also dies. I have killed so many of my wives. Free. Friends. So any number of wives may die and so many husbands may die, nothing happens to man. See, friends, and if the man dies, can there be a husband? Can there be a wife? So what is the truth? Truth is, understand the husband as an expression of the wife through the limitations of the wife. In the same manner, same Paramatma expressing through the limitation of the Panchakoshas is Jiva. But this limited expression We take it seriously and we take it incomplete. We take it complete. No, it is not complete. And whenever we are disturbed, you will see at the root of every disturbance, there is somebody. And the somebody doesn't exist. Now, this somebody who doesn't exist, he wants to do his spiritual practice, meditation. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. And little bit disturbances happen here and there. Don't you understand? Meditation in progress, don't disturb. You are already disturbed. And then for them, meditation is sitting in one posture for a long period of 20 minutes without moving. Swamiji, how many hours you do meditation? I said, I never do meditation. Really? I said, no. But our Guru told, then you do it. See? Again and again, remind yourself that Jiva is reality aspect borrowed from Paramatma and illusory aspect superimposed from us. This khichadi is called a Jiva. Reality is from the man and the limitation of wife superimposed willingly. These two things together is husband. See? So where is the Jiva? This is so important, friends. Once you recognize this principle, you will never ask any question. What happens after death? People ask us, Swamiji, don't make fun of me. I said, there is no need. You are self-sufficient. No, what happens after death? I have no experience. How can I tell you? No, please tell. What happens? What has happened when you are alive? Tell me. When you are alive, nothing has happened. After death also nothing will happen. Maybe people will be happy. Thank God. Gaya. See, friends, the more you are abiding in yourself, you will not have any question of this type. You know why these questions come? Because of this unwanted inquiry. Why? Because the sky is too high. And then you'll get nice pictures on that. You might have read one book, which I read many years before. The Many Masters, Many Lives. A Catholic wrote it. He was a psychiatrist, he wrote. And in that, this life, that life, then you become so, see, give zero value to any experience, including God realization. It is not experience of. It is not experiencer. We have experience of something, knowledge of something, existence of something. Delete this off. Experience, that's it. Not of. Knowledge, that's it. Not knowledge of. Existence of, no. Existence is Satchidananda. Therefore, what is the Jiva? Brahma Adhisthana. The illusion of this notion of the Jiva is the Satchidananda Paramatma, Brahma Adhisthana Bhutatma. What is the Adhisthana? Kutastha Asanga Chidvapuhu. So Adhisthana is conscious blissful existence. On that conscious blissful existence, the superimposition is the limitations through which the truth is revealed. Be attentive. See, this object, it is now covered with this shawl. It is not seen. Where it is, oh God. And finally, I discovered. The covering is removed. So something is cover and something is covered, is it? Now tell me, what is covering the space? Space you cannot see, space you cannot experience, space you cannot touch. Hai thodi bahut. What is covering the space? Living in this experience 24/7 is living in meditation. Space is not seen. So what covers the not seeing space? That which is seen. Take your suitcases. Whenever you travel, you keep on feeling the things. And any suitcase on the earth you take is always short of space. Because you go on putting the whole universe into that. And then, oh, there is no space, there is no space. Do we create space? Yes. How? By emptying the contents. Exactly the same way. Empty the contents of your mind. The truth is revealed. Tyagi naike amritatva manasha. And that is what we do. When we go to sleep, what we do? We empty. Desha, kala, vastu, vyakti, paristhiti, good, bad, past, present, future, everything is dropped. That which is in the absence of everything is the truth. Therefore, illusion requires a substratum. Without a substratum, illusion cannot be. This is what it said. Brahma adhisthana bhutatma kutastha asangachid vapuhu. Brahma, illusion. See, the delusion is inside, illusion is outside. Delusion is the cause, illusion is the effect. Delusion is, oh, she's so beautiful. And we go near, oh, it was illusion. This is how they fall in love, get hurt. So, Brahma adhisthana bhutatma kutastha asangachid vapuhu anyonya dhyasataha. Then what happens? Anyonya adhyasa, the imposition of mutual qualities on each other. See? So jiva is jad and consciousness is the support. So it becomes the conscious jiva. See? So when the body dies, eyes are open, everything is there. You put it on the fire and lit the fire. Hey, garam hai, thoda kam karna. No. Why? See? How important it is. The more we recognize that husband cannot be without the man, but man can be without becoming husband. In the same manner, the jiva cannot be without the Paramatma, but the Paramatma can be without becoming a jiva. And therefore, when the wife dies, nothing happens to husband. Man continues to exist. When the body is dropped, nothing happens to Paramatma and nothing happens to Jiva also. Both are immortal. Paramatma is immortal and Jiva is immortal. Paramatma is immortal because infinite. Jiva is immortal because illusion. Can you destroy the illusions? You cannot, because they don't exist. They only appear. See? So what is the spiritual practice for the jiva? Don't take life seriously. Don't make this world as real. See? If we stand in front of the mirror and if a bird stands in front of the mirror, what is the difference? We don't take the reflection as real, but the bird takes the reflection as real. And reflection will not stop from happening. Whether you know or you don't know, reflection will happen. But the bird will take it seriously. Start pecking. Find out who is he, where he is from. Go behind that mirror, everything. Nothing helps. Okay, let me do Kurute Ganga Sagar Gamanam Vrata Palipalam Nathapadanam. Still there. Okay, let me do yoga. This asana, that asana. Nothing is good. Okay, let me do the pranayam. Push. Still there. Oh God, it's not going. Let me do the japa. Still there. Oh no, Ram. What should I do? Should I break that mirror? This is our story of spirituality. You cannot stop having body identification. Whether it is wise or otherwise, it will happen. But the difference is, do we take body identification as real or fun? See? Those husbands, they are serious only because of wife, they can never be realized. See? And those who don't take her seriously, ऐसा ही होता है. You are not the only husband who is suffering, because husband is a common noun, it is not a proper noun. It's common for all. Relax. The day you start living in the light of wisdom, you have studied Vedanta. Satya. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.